This is a video of how I made masks for family use. I'll show you what the finished product looks like in a second. I made 3 different sizes. I did the adult, which is 9 by 6 with 6.5 or 7 inches of elastic times 2. The small child, 7.5 by 5, 4.5 inches of elastic. And then the medium child, 8 by 5 with 5.5 inches of elastic, again times 2. So I just made these cardboard patterns because I used it repeatedly. These are 2 finished masks. This is a medium and this is a small. The adult ones have pretty much been given away. And I made them 2-sided just in case whoever I gave them to had a preference of what they wanted. But what I did was I took my fabric, and you can use the pre-made fold in it, which I gotta set my phone down for a second. There we go. So, and you could just set your pattern on it and cut on 3 sides, or you can do like I did with 2 different fabrics and then stitch it across the top. You're going to see that I have stitching right here at the top. It is about 1.5 inches. What I did was take pipe cleaners. I cut them into 4 sections, just folding them. And then I bent each end over so that when I do put it inside, it doesn't poke out. The first thing I did was go up inside the margin and sew a little box or rectangle around my pipe cleaner. And I did that from the on the inside. And I already missed a step. I used an interfacing, so I have 3 layers, 2 layers of fabric and 1 layer of fusible lightweight interfacing. This one I ironed it on the wrong side of my Paw Patrol, so it's just sitting around, but it sticks really well and it does not wash out. So I had 2 pieces of fabric, pretending this is right side up, and I would put them face together. I'd stitch across the top and then I would flip them and put my pipe cleaner in the center. The next step I did was take my elastic and I'll show you how that fit in there by having my 2 pieces sewn together, right sides together. I would tuck my elastic in this way, so it was inside the fabric, and I would stitch down until it got close to the bottom and then sew it in. So then I have 2 sides done and the top done. That makes 3 sides. The bottom's hanging open, right? To reverse it, I would stitch about 1/3 of the way in from each end, and I'd have a hole in the center. This would allow me to turn it right side out, at which time I would then stitch all the way across the bottom, sealing that hole I left open. So now I've got a rectangle with the elastic hanging on the outside. The only thing you have to do next is fold in, hand fold 3 pleats. Patterns on the internet show you measuring. I didn't bother. I just hand folded and then stitched up and back twice. You do want to wash them in hot water and dry them in hot water, and I was careful to put them straight into plastic bags so they stayed sterile. And this is the interfacing I used. I just went online and ordered what I wanted from Joann's, even picked out fabrics, and I bought remnants because they're cheaper, and they had them ready to go for me. I am hearing elastic's hard to get. I used what I had at home, and a lot of it is older, but it all worked out well. And let me get the pattern. I used part of this pattern for instructions. I did adjust it myself as well. And the elastic I used was 1/8 of an inch flat. Okay, that's it. Let me know if you have questions. Hope you find this helpful.